Welcome to your TMN News Break. I'm Kylie Gaughan.
And I'm Bridget Markey. Yesterday, Fort Hays State University announced the third presidential candidate, Gregory Mosier. Mosier currently serves as Dean of the College of Business at the University of Nevada, Reno. His first public appearance happened Tuesday afternoon in a reception in the Robbins Center on the Fort Hays campus.
I want to say what a pleasure it is to be here to be able to talk about the future of this very fine university. I was told that what I really should do is tell you a little bit about my interest in this position and why I think I might be the right person for the job as it were, and a little bit about my background.
Mosier is one of the 5 candidates that have been brought to campus from a search that began months ago following the announcement of the retirement of current Fort Hays president Edward Hammond happening in June. A news conference has been scheduled for Mosier Wednesday at 9:30. For more information as it develops and for the full press conference, visit the TMN website.
An important deadline passed Monday for candidates seeking offices within the Fort Hays student government. Candidates were required to file their candidacy for the upcoming election by 11 p.m. While the deadline passed, the SGA has yet to release the election guideline, a deadline that was set by the SGA bylaws as March 1st. This caused some debate at the regular session last Thursday.
The way that it has been done, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone in particular, but to me personally, just based on the fact that in our bylaws it said they were to be released on March 1st, and it is now March 27th, and the guidelines and everything is still not set up. After the meeting on Wednesday, potential candidates will only have 5 days to campaign, which I see as an egregious, unfair apparency towards them.
Candidate meeting will be Wednesday the 2nd at 6:30. And the presidential debate will be either the 7th or the 8th, and we will have that announced by the Wednesday candidate meeting based on communications with the presidential candidates. And the elections are going to be Wednesday the 9th, starting at 8 a.m. through Thursday the 10th at 4 p.m.
According to Sam Cooper, a member of the Elections Committee, the committee had not met prior to March 27th. SGA Vice President Reed T. Vault said the committee had not yet met due to a lack of enough senators able to serve on the committee. Members of the Elections Committee have declined to comment.
Over the weekend, the Women's Leadership Project, in conjunction with other campus organizations at Fort Hays, hosted a free self-defense workshop. Participants learned the various self-defense techniques with the goal of being better prepared in an emergency situation, including risk assessment, common perpetrator tactics, and an introduction to simple and effective physical, verbal, and emotional self-defense and risk reduction techniques.
Throughout the day, Wednesday teams from across campus will compete in a food and hunger forum in the black and gold room of the Memorial Union. Everyone is invited to attend the presentations that will begin with opening remarks from Interim Provost Chris Crawford at 10 a.m., concluding with the announcement of winners at 1. Judges and competitors are from various campus groups and colleges.
In a fun event for students at Fort Hays, Tiger Idol, a university-wide singing competition, is holding auditions this week. The last of the walk-in auditions are scheduled for Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. They will take place in the office of the University Activities Board downstairs for the Memorial Union. Prizes for the winners include Beats headphones, an LCD TV, and an iTunes gift card.
The Center for Student Involvement is hosting another After Dark this Friday in the Memorial Union. The theme is Amazing Surprises. At the event, there will be contests, crafts, music, art, and don't forget free food. While the event is free for Fort Hays students, they are asked to bring their Tiger ID.
Last week, the Tiger Series Workshop hosted a free event for students titled, It's Complicated. Find out how to balance college with dating and other relationships. The event gave advice to students who can't get the hang of balancing school and a bigger part of life, relationships. There is another Tiger Series event scheduled for Wednesday this week at 5 p.m. in the Stouffer Lounge of the Memorial Union covering sexually transmitted diseases, prevention, and awareness.
This Saturday, Matthew Means with Irina Revitskaya on piano will present a faculty recital at 7:30 p.m. Means is an assistant professor of music focusing on violin and viola and has been an integral part of the Fort Hays music department since his arrival.
Wednesday night, the Center for Student Involvement is hosting another Sebelius Lecture Series featuring former White House Deputy Chief of Staff Karl Rove. Rove has over 2 decades of experience in the political field. Rove writes a weekly column for the Wall Street Journal, appearing regularly on Fox News Channel, and is a New York Times best-selling author. The event will be held at 7:30 in Beach Schmidt Performing Arts Center and is free for students with their Tiger card.
Now for a look at your Fort Hays sports. Fort Hays State Junior Center Kate Lehman was named an honorable mention selection to the Division II Bulletin All-America team for her performance this season. She led NCAA Division II with 5.4 blocks per game and 2 triple-doubles and broke 3 single-season FHSU records. Lehman averaged a double-double this season with 16.5 points and 11.2 rebounds per game.
On the men's side, sophomore point guard Craig Nicholson was named an honorable mention selection to the Division II Bulletin All-America team for his efforts this season. He finished the season averaging 17.2 points and 7.4 assists per game. He shot just over 80% from the free throw line and setting a new single-season school record for free throws made with 190. His 7.4 assists per game also set a new single-season record at FHSU, and his 222 total assists were third most in a season in FHSU history. This is his second straight year earning All-American honors after making the All-Freshman team last year.
With the indoor season over and the outdoor season now in full swing, the women's track and field team jumped into the national rankings this week. The Lady Tigers are now 24th in the nation after finishing first as a team in the Alex Francis Classic in Hays this past weekend. The men's team also capped a first-place performance this past weekend at the Classic. The teams will travel to Kearney, Nebraska this Saturday for the UNK Loper Invitational.
With 2 rounds complete, the Fort Hays State men's golf team sits in 8th place as a team in the UCO Classic in Oklahoma City. After completing the first 2 rounds on Monday, the Tigers are led by junior Trey Herman, who sits in 10th place individually shooting 7 over par. The men will complete the final 2 rounds today.
The Tigers baseball team split a 4-game series with conference foe Emporia State this past weekend. The Tigers dropped the first 2 games, including Pack the Park on Friday and the first of the 2 games on Saturday, before picking up the last 2 games of the series. They sit at 9-18 on the season and 8-16 in the conference. They take on Newman tomorrow in a single game before a 4-game series against conference opponent Central Oklahoma.
With 2 two-game series this past weekend, the Lady Tiger softball team finished the weekend 3-1. They swept conference foe Lincoln on Saturday before splitting a series with another conference opponent, Lindenwood, on Sunday. The Lady Tigers are 22-13 on the season and 11-5 in the MIAA. The Lady Tigers begin an 8-game road stretch, starting with a doubleheader with Missouri Western on Friday.
And thanks for tuning in to your TMN News Break. I'm Kylie Gaughan.
And I'm Bridget Markey.
Good night.